So welcome friends to the Buddhist Maha Vihara's YouTube channel, the BMV Dhammadana series. Today we are here and we are very fortunate to have two senior and very erudite monks to carry on the dialogue series of this Dhammadana series. And today will be the 9th session that we are conducting. And we have with us closest to me, Bhante Dr. Chandima from Canada, and also we have who will be the moderator, and we have Bhante Professor Lenegala Sirinivasa from Sri Lanka, who would be the panelist, discussing on Buddhism for daily happiness. Will be the topic of discussion between these two monks, and we look forward to a very enlightening afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Leslie. Good evening, morning, afternoon, everybody, wherever you are joining from into this series, dialogue series of the BME Dhammadana sessions. Bhante, Dr. Professor Lenegala Sirinivasa, very warm welcome to you to be a part of this series. And today, we are going to pursue the 9th discussion on a very interesting matter. The topic for today is going to be Buddhism for daily happiness. So I think it's a very interesting topic. And before I jump on to the questions and having the discussion with Bhante Professor Sirinivasa, I would like to give you his short bio. Bhante Professor Lenegala Sirinivasa was the former Dean of the Faculty of Language Studies at Buddhist and Pali University of Sri Lanka. He is currently a professor in Sanskrit at the same university. Bhante Professor Sirinivasa obtained his BA Honours First Class degree in 2000 from University of Kelaniya. He then obtained his Master's degree first class from University of Delhi in India in 2005. Bhante then proceeded to complete a PhD in 2009, which he received from the Benares Hindu University, fondly called BHU, in Varanasi. He was awarded an Indian Council for Cultural Relations ICCRC scholarship and also the Lanka scholarship for the above doctoral studies, postgraduate studies, probably for both master's and PhD studies in India. Further, he has earned a postgraduate diploma in education from National Institute of Education, NIE, in Sri Lanka, and a very classic degree that every monk would like to earn, which is called Royal Pandit degree from the Oriental Studies Society in Sri Lanka. His research interests revolve around on Buddhist Sanskrit, which is a interesting area of Sanskrit. It's neither classical Sanskrit or Vedic Sanskrit, where we see both prose and verse kind of Sanskrit from most of the Sarvastivadi works and other works too. And Vedic Sanskrit is also his focus. Bhante has also authored many books in Sinhala. He has a deep interest in samatha and vipassana meditations. I think he did a very wonderful meditation retreat last weekend where many people learn about the meditation aspects in Buddhism. He has the experience to guide practitioners to reach higher spiritual goals. He is currently the founder of Sati Mat Viveka Senasuna, Center for Mindfulness and Relaxation at Ruanvela in Sri Lanka. Bhante, very happy to sit down with you.
Thank you
to discuss.
For this invitation. Bless of Triple Gems to you all.
Yes, and would like to thank Buddhist Maha Vihara for hosting this series one by one. Now we are on the 9th session today. And we started with Bhante Professor Mahinda from the UK, and then we've been discussing a lot of things with other local and international scholars. How do I get started this topic? Happiness. Let's clarify something very interesting at the beginning of this topic. Now our topic is Buddhism for daily happiness. One of the, I would say, misconceptions to our understanding, probably an accusations that many people make, maybe non-Buddhists, maybe some of the Buddhists too, is that Buddhism only talks about suffering. At a time that there are elements of happiness, probably Buddha is trying to talk about higher happiness. And what can we understand in this teaching of dukkha, suffering, or maybe dissatisfaction? How should we present Buddhism? Is Buddhism more focused on happiness or more focused on only keep talking about dukkha, suffering, pain?
Okay, Venerable Dr. Chandima. When we discuss about the happiness, there are two sides, worldly happiness and spiritual happiness. When we refer the suttas preached by the Buddha, we can find many suttas which are connected to both sides. Worldly happiness is very common thing among the society. So people always try to get worldly happiness, pleasing sense organs and giving very pleasurable sensual objects. When we turn into the spiritual side, we can see the people must understand the reality of the life, birth cycle. When we see the reality of birth cycle, actually it is full of suffering. Buddha preached us, we have to understand it and we have to remove the suffering, understanding three characteristics as mentioned in many suttas: anicca, dukkha, anatta, impermanent conditions of all the phenomenon things, and the suffering. So if we attach to all those impermanent things, it is producing suffering. So if they are impermanent, if they are producing suffering, we can't take them as soul or self. That is why Buddha has given one word, anatta. Mostly people are talking about the Buddhism, it is teaching only the suffering as Bhante mentioned. So dukkha satcha samudaya, dukkha samudaya, dukkha nirodha gamani patipada, in Four Noble Truth. In every section we can see the word dukkha. Dukkha means suffering. Buddha didn't want the people who are in suffer always. For lay people, it is recommended the righteous happiness. People have to get pleasure. They should enjoy with all these sensual pleasures. They have to take good food, they have to listen to the songs, they have to watch dramas, films, they have to do pleasurable things. It is not prohibited in the Buddhism. If someone needs to go ahead as a supramundane path, they have to practice to give all these things step by step. It means they have to practice detachment. Attachments are producing suffering. Temporary we are having pleasure after watching teledramas, films, listening to the songs and playing games, having delicious food. We are gaining the temporary satisfaction, happiness, but they are caused for the suffering of total birth cycle, birth process. Why I am saying it like that? When we gain the pleasure, we are growing the cravings, lust, and all those defilements are developing. They are caused for the next births. They are caused for the birth cycle. That is why Buddha mentioned, whatever you are having pleasurable things, they are producing the cause for the birth cycle. That is why Buddha mentioned we have to remove the suffering, look beyond this life. We have to see the birth cycle, how it occurs. So the thing is, if we have attachment to those kinds of pleasurable things, we are growing the cravings for that. I think, Bhante, it is enough for this answer for your question.
One thing I wanted to bring back is that when Buddhism is introduced into many people, especially for the young people, teenagers, young crowd, people who still can earn money and all that, there is a certain perception that Dhamma speakers and the Dhamma books, they talk more about suffering compared to the happiness that we see in the Dhamma books. I think you already mentioned that it's okay for lay people, because we are talking to lay people, and then for lay people to enjoy their life. What is the thin line between this suffering teachings, dukkha teachings, and worldly happiness? What is the thin line? Why are the teachings of happiness so fussy, so confused to many lay people, especially from a Buddhist background?
Yeah. Venerable, we have to clearly understand the two paths. There are two paths. One is leading to the worldly pleasure, and the other one is for the spiritual pleasure. For the society, we have to inform you should not mix these two things. If you are living in a family, you have to enjoy, you have to take good food, you have to feed all the sense organs, you have to get experiences on those pleasurable things. So it's for the lay life. As I earlier mentioned, it's not prohibited.
What is the thin line? How much sensual pleasures that a layperson can enjoy? How to stop unnecessary enjoyment? Let's talk about that particular point.
Actually, I can't see the thin line, that type of the limitation. But Buddha mentioned righteousness must be there. Whatever you do for the pleasure, it must be a righteous thing, without harming to other persons and without harming to your this life and the next lives. You have to follow those kinds of activities. So if someone needs to go ahead in higher spiritual level, they have to remove all those attachments, just step by step, not at once. At once, people can't avoid all those pleasurable things. Step by step, they have to practice the detachment. Then they can get higher pleasure. Especially, I would like to say here, if someone get spiritual pleasure, happiness, it is higher than the worldly pleasure. For example, if someone meditate 10 minutes one day, so it is a very pleasurable thing. It produces great happiness than listening to the hundreds songs, than watching hundreds of teledramas or films. That happiness is a spiritual one. It is there with them for whole life. The other pleasurable, worldly, empirical, pleasurable things are temporary. They are vanishing within few hours. We can take example. We take a delicious food. So after taking the delicious food, we enjoy a few minutes or few hours. Then we forget it. But if someone gain spiritual pleasure, practicing meditation 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So it is remaining there with them for whole life. That is why we are highlighting the value of spiritual pleasure. But the lay people can have the worldly pleasure. They can do those kinds of pleasurable things. They can enjoy with the family members. There must be that kind of pleasurable conditions, or else the lay life may be very disgusted one. So in Buddhism, as I mentioned, there are many suttas, especially when we consider about the Singalovada Sutta, when someone earn money, they have to use in many ways. So, ekena bhoge bunjeya, dvihi kammang payoje, chatuttancha nidhape, apadaso bhavisati. So, one part is for the consumption. It means for food, dress, and the other pleasurable things. Two portions for the investments, and the other portion for the banking, for necessary events. Sometimes we face various kinds of difficulties, problems. At that time, we should have money. At once we can't ask money from other persons. They say, I don't have money at the moment. So we should keep some money for the difficult moment. So in many suttas, we can see Atti Sukha, Bhoga Sukha, Anana Sukha, Anavajja Sukha.
I will come to that point.
Yeah, okay. So Bhante, we have to give chance to enjoy. When we give Dhamma talks, we have to explain it. The lay people can enjoy. There is no any prohibition in Buddhism for the lay people to gain pleasure, worldly pleasure.
Bhante, that's a very good answer. Now can we discuss about the happiness, especially as you may have heard, the Buddha is talking about a Pali word sukha. At the same time, he talks about sukheti and pineti. Sometimes we are happy, but we don't know how to make others happy. Sometimes we are making others happy, but they don't feel that we are making them happy. So happiness is such a very dimensional aspect. So as you just now trying to share with us the happiness types, what are the happiness types in Buddhism that a layperson can achieve in his or her life?
As Bhante mentioned, the Atti Sukha, Bhoga Sukha, Anana Sukha, Anavajja Sukha, there are 4 types of happiness. Sukha means happiness. So Atti means we should have wealth. If we don't have wealth, we can't get happiness. We lack of the food and the clothes, other necessary facilities. So we should have wealth, therefore we have to earn money. Atti Sukha, if someone has got wealth, he is so happy, I have this much money, I have these things, I have got houses and the vehicles and the lands, various kinds of things I have. So thinking about these things, they are so happy, they get pleasure. Bhoga Sukha means while they are having wealth, they have to consume them. They have to enjoy using that money. There are some people, though they have got lots of wealth, money, they are not consuming them. They are not enjoying. They don't take enough food, or they don't wear good clothes. They don't buy a vehicle. I have seen some people are there, though have got lots of money, they are still riding bicycles for their journeys. They are having lots of difficulties bhoga sukha must be there, the consuming the things, whatever they are earning. Anana sukha is very important thing in modern society. Mostly people are having borrowing money, and they are having indebtedness, debt. They are having lots of loans. Sometimes they can't give back. That time they are with sorrow. They are always crying. They are always working hard, because the things, whatever in the homes or everything have borrowed. They have borrowed from the shops. They have to pay back the vehicle and the other televisions, fridge, and everything in the home have brought to the home as borrowing things. So Ananasukha, Buddha emphasized for the happiness, we must have, how to say it, indebtedness, no? Indebtedness.
Indebtedness.
Yeah, so that word is emphasized by the Buddha. Then Anavajja Sukha is the last one. We should have live in a righteous manner, without doing wrong things. We should earn money following the righteous paths. In one sutta, Vanijja Sutta, it is mentioned we should not earn money selling meat and selling drugs and alcohol, and also selling weapons, and also selling the beans. So Satta Vanijja, Mansa Vanijja, Visa Vanijja, selling poison. So these kinds of business are no good for the lay people, because they are not righteous. We have to do righteous business to earn money. Especially we can see in many suttas, kasi kammena, it means doing agricultural works, farming, and selling something, selling the things to others. One can earn money. Many righteous ways are given by the Buddha. So the happiness is there with them who are following the righteous path, or else they are in the suffer. That is why Buddha wanted the people, they should get happiness through the righteous way.
Interesting. Dhamma friends, Bhante, Professor Sirinivasa was mentioning all this information from a sutta called Anana Sutta from Anguttara Nikaya, I think fourth
Yes,
section. Now, actually, these 4 happiness types need to be further elaborated. Bhante, can I ask some of the questions about individual types of happinesses which you mentioned? Atti Sukha. Now, someone who might think that it is only by having certain things that someone can be happy. But in this society, not many people can be rich. Not many people can be above that comfortable line. They might be poor. They might think that we have not done good karma in the past life. So how does this work for everybody, not even a certain person who has a good job, who is earning good money, who is naturally by birth very rich, who is coming from a rich family, who is having a silver spoon in the mouth. So how does it apply to everybody? How does this Atti Sukha, being, that means being able to be happy by owning something, and this is about happiness by ownership. Now, a few weeks ago, I saw a very famous Dhamma book written by a very famous teacher. Don't want to mention the name. The tagline of the book is, if you want to reduce suffering, you should not own anything. That is what the Buddha said. Now, this is in clash with this sutta, because Buddha says that by owning certain things in life, money, wealth, loved ones, education, investment, these possessions are necessary for lay people. Just to be happy. So on one side there is a problem. On the other side, how Bhante can explain this to everybody out there? Maybe they have a small house, they have very little bit of savings, maybe they have nothing. How can they be happy too with Attisukha?
Yeah, actually, when we consider the Chulla Kamma Vibhanga Sutta, mostly people are having wealth because of the karma. So, if we give something to others, if we offer things to the people, we regain many times the same thing or different things. In that sutta explained, Appabhogadissanti, Mahabhogadissanti. There are some people, they have much wealth, many things they have. Appabhogadissanti means they have, some people are there, they have very little amount of wealth. So Buddha explained this is the reason of the karma. Because of the karma, they are having those kinds of differences. So you have to think, Bhante, we are having enough robes. So we are having enough food in our daily life. These things are gaining by us because of the previous karma. We have practiced generosity in our previous births, and in this birth, even the lay people, they are having those kinds of properties because they have practiced the generosity in their previous lives and also in this life. We have to understand it. The lay people must understand whatever they are having today. They have got homes, they have got dresses, and they have got cars, lands, and money, everything. Sometimes they have got these things generation to generation from their parents. That one also because of the karma. The karma is very important fact here. There are some people who are trying to earn money, doing many jobs, but they can't save money. Though they are trying much, they can't save money. Mostly the money is vanishing without expecting. He can't understand how it happens. I am earning lots of money, but I don't have even $1 in the bank. So what is the reason? They also can't understand. In that case also we have to think the karma is there for those kinds of results. Other persons are not having that much effort, but they are having big amount of money. They have lots of properties because of the good karma. They have accumulated lots of meritorious deeds and seeds. As a result of those meritorious actions, they are having good results.
Going back to the same example, let's say there is someone who has not adequate amount of money, wealth, and can he or she think about that even being reborn as a human, a good karma, but I don't have money, by taking other examples like you mentioned earlier, that person can be a rich person one day, right? So karma is not always coming from the past, and we can change our karma in this life and own certain things in life.
Can Bhante. In this life they should practice the generosity, though they are living in a cottage. Yeah. Very, very poor house. They can practice as much as possible. The generosity is there, the offering the time, offering the wealth, giving effort, supporting others, whatever they can do for the support to other people. You see, some people are there, they are spending their valuable time for the sake of other people. Though they have got lots of works, though they are very busy, they spend their valuable time for other persons. And also some people are offering even very little amount of food, though they are not rich. So sometimes they offer 1 cent, 1 ringgit, $1 to a poor person. And also they offer the cloth and other necessary things to other people as much as possible. So in next life, he will gain a good life and prosperous life, comfortable life as a result of that practice.
Maybe in this life too.
Yeah, in this life too. Yes.
So can we say that do even a small thing in a great way?
Yes. Yeah.
Normally we do big things in great way, but
Yeah,
we can
mostly-
do even a small thing in a great way.
Yeah, mostly people are thinking we have to do in a higher level, but we should not think in that way. As much as possible, they have to do it. Anathapindika mendicant, he offered dana, alms every day to 500 monks. At last, he didn't have enough food and those things. Earlier, he prepared very rich, delicious food for the monks. Later on, he lost the money. At that time, he went to the Buddha and asked from the Buddha, Venerable Sir, I am offering dana, almsgiving further, but I offer very simple things, rice and very low cost curry mixed with water. I put very small amount of vegetables, few pieces of the vegetables. I add water much. I prepare curry using these things and offer to the monks. Venerable Sir, is it a sinful activity? Buddha said, no. As you earlier offered delicious foods, in the same way, you are gaining the same result because your faith, your saddha is still there, remaining, and your wisdom, panya also is still there remaining. The respect also is still there remaining with you as before. So the result is same. Don't worry about that. If you offer a very simple thing, so the thing is no need to be considered. The mind is very important. In that way, Buddha explained and encouraged him.
Very wonderful. So now we have understood the first type of happiness, which means happiness of ownership. When we are owning certain things in the righteous way, and we can be happy. Now, Bhante, we are going to the second type of happiness. It is called bhoga sukha, bhoga happiness. As you said earlier, it is that it is not only owning things that make someone happy. If you want to take it to the next level, you should be able to wisely use those things you own. As you said earlier, it's very clear that we see sometimes there are people who have a couple of good cars, but they still use the rundown, dilapidated car. And they have lots of food in the fridge, but they don't feel that they go open the fridge and eat, but they always eat the expired food at the end of the day. And they can, they have both branded clothings, but every time they use a very shattered cloth, at time permits. And that means although people can own things and they can be happy, but not many people can wisely use and make them happy by using them. What's the problem? How to, let's say for those people who have things, but they don't know how to use and make them happy. What is your take on that?
Actually, the second one, bhoga sukha, Bhante, you are asking the clarification of this fact. Buddha said, as Bhante mentioned earlier, attana sukheti pineti, parancha sukheti pineti. Oneself enjoy consuming those things using their own wealth. And also they support to other persons also. If they don't consume those things, it means it's their fate, because they have offered many things in their previous life, that is why they got, but they haven't got satisfaction after offering. If they don't gain happiness after offering, it means you gain the things but you don't get a chance to consume them. Bhoga sukha will not be there. That is why Buddha mentioned in 3 times we have to make our mind before the offering, and while we are offering, after the offering. How to say it? Pali Pubba Chetana, Munchana Chetana, Apara Chetana. So you know, Bhante, some people organize various kinds of meritorious activities. They do it very well in a higher level. After doing it, they talk about the expenditure and they repent, seeing the high amount of expenditure. Oh, I have lost lots of money doing this action. So this money I could use for my all the important activities for my family members. So thinking in this way, they lose their happiness. So those people are gaining property in this birth cycle, but they don't have a chance to consume them. They don't get pleasure using those things. That is the reason. And the other fact is we have to support other persons using our money. We earn money to support other people's and also take care of family members, relatives. Caring and sharing is very good concept. We use our money for that concept, caring and sharing. In a sutta it is mentioned Nyati Bali, Raja Bali, Devata Bali, Pubba Peta Bali. In Pattakama Sutta. So we have to support our relatives using our money. It's our responsibility. And also we have to support our family members. We have to give taxes to the government, and also we have to transfer merits to our departed ones. Sometimes we are consuming the property of our parents, our forefathers, forgetting them. We should not consume them. We have to do meritorious activities and we have to transfer merits to those departed ones. So Pubba Peta Bali and Devata Bali means we have to do religious activities and we have to offer the religious persons who are guiding us, leading us, and who are working for the spiritual progress. As Buddhists, we have to support to the monks. We have to help to the temples. We use our earning for the development of all those sites. So we have to use our money for oneself and for the benefit of other people.
When we look at that second happiness which we were discussing, bhoga happiness. Now, as you said, at the end of a good karma, maybe a dana, maybe a good activity, a lot of people do a post-mortem, you know, they
Yes.
they look at how much they spent on the activity, and they look at it sometimes differently. They think that we have to be thrifty. Let's say there's a project, and then there are income and expenses. And what if that there are more expenses and there is less income? And in today's world, people are very money driven, you know, because their income is very budgeted, cut to bone budget. So what do you think about that kind of a thrifty thought? Not about an individual, I'm talking, organization, maybe a family, they cannot afford a lot. So that means, should they discuss before how much we're gonna donate and we have to be happy? There are people who just donate everything and later on they are going to be unhappy about it. So how we look at that point?
Actually, Buddha explained this fact, income and expenditure, sama jivikata. So with that word, with that expression, Buddha informed to the disciples and lay people, we have to think about the income and the expenditure. According to the income, we have to spend money. So if we offer everything, there will not be a way to live. So thinking about the income, we have to spend money for the usage of oneself and for the supporting other persons. It is there, the people know it very well before doing those kinds of projects or meritorious activities. They decide how much we spend money for this. They have to think about the birth cycle. Whatever they spend, we gain it as multiple way in our birth cycle, but we can't see at the moment the result. It is invisible thing. However, knowing the reality, knowing the result of generosity, they have to practice it. It is mentioned by the Buddha. One day, one person came to the Buddha, his name as Maha, a young person. He asked a question from the Buddha, Venerable Sir, you are teaching always giving and receiving theory. If you give something, you will gain more and more. But I haven't seen such kind of things. I have seen after giving, they are losing their money and property. You are telling lies. Why you tell lies like this? He argued with the Buddha. Buddha mentioned, I can see many births, previous births. I can see hundreds of eons back. When I see back, I can't see. No one is there. Became poor after doing those kinds of generous activities. As a result of generosity, they have got lots of results. They became rich and rich, more and more higher positions. So according to this, we can decide when we spend some money for the meritorious activities, we have to see the present result and the future result.
All right. Then the third happiness that you mentioned was anana sukha. Bhante, you know, in today's world, it is not that people want to be in debt, incur debt, that there are, there are moments that there are situations people are compelled to get a credit card. They have to get a credit card. Say, for instance, if you want to book a ticket, an airline ticket, most of the agencies, they don't accept, cash. One of the reasons was the 9/11 incident where the terrorists came by paying by cash. They bought the tickets by cash. So they said, then if they had bought the tickets on credit cards, then we had some information about who to follow. So then we must own a credit card to buy a ticket online or maybe other places. And there are many other requirements with regard to having a credit card, which means it's not our money, it's bank money, and we buy on credit and then we pay back. This is one example. Another example is, in today's world, a lot of people cannot afford a house. So what they do is that they make their income good, and then they can apply for a mortgage. So then in order to apply for the mortgage, they have to pay a down payment, 20% of the down payment in most countries. So that means they are on a long-term loan. We call it amortization, right? So that means it's a loan. So these two are many more examples. So I'm asking you, this might be a confusing thing that we are asking. If we ask people, don't borrow money, don't get a credit card, don't go for a mortgage, don't go for a loan, and and you just have to work, you just have to live with whatever the income you are having. Maybe your income is very poor. Maybe you are not having a very good income in the next couple of years till you hit a certain financial budget. So how do we bring anana sukha, happiness of not being indebted in terms of these situations? And I also can give you a certain idea to this point. Now, when you are paying back a credit card, they gave us options. One option is minimum payment. If you have $500, 500 ringgit, whatever dollar amount, you don't have to pay the full amount. Just pay a certain amount. But financial advisors say, don't do that, because if you do it, then you are incurring more interest. So that means there seems to be a way how to manage these credits, this debt. It's a different field. So with these conditions, how do we look at anana sukha?
Actually, we can't, as Bhante explained, we can't apply this concept into modern society
directly.
Anana sukha is. So, as Buddha mentioned, Buddha saw the suffering of having that one, borrowing money is always giving disturbances us, though they don't show others. Some people have very luxury houses and very valuable vehicles. They have got lots of properties, but they are showing it to others as he is a rich person. So they have borrowed money to gain those things, to buy those things. Bhante, do you think, is he happy? He is always with suffer. He is always thinking to give back that money. That is why the teaching of the Buddha is very important. We have to inform to the society, don't borrow. If you borrow, it produces suffering, pain. Sometimes people are having lots of difficulties, difficult period. They will lose their job. What happened to them? Everything will be lost. So they will face to a natural disaster. Sometimes fire will burn the house, properties. At that time, nothing to do. It's very dangerous. So the advice of the Buddha is very important. We can't avoid it. We can't refute it. We have to follow the teaching of the Buddha without borrowing money. As much as possible, we have to live, taking enough food and enough clothes. So we should not borrow much money. If you can live without borrowing money, it is the important thing. It produces the happiness. I have heard from some people, they are saying, I don't have any debt to others, even 1 ringgit to $1. See how much happy those people. So that happiness will lose from the people who have borrowed money.
Interesting. Then let's go to the last type of happiness. That means anavajja sukha, which means that whatever the money, whatever the things we are supposed to earn, we must have earned in righteous, ethical ways. It's a very clear indication of happiness. So, Bhante, how do you see this in layperson's normal life? This ethical living, ethical earning, and how much happiness that they can get through that?
Yeah, actually, it is very easy to earn money doing wrong things, selling drugs, selling liquor, selling weapons, and selling various kinds of prohibited things. In the society, we can see most people are earning money doing wrong things, and killing people for money. Underworld activities are happening. So they are earning money, but they are not righteous. One day they will suffer, though they have earned lots of money, though they have lots of luxurious properties. One day they will suffer. When we see the society, those people who have done those kinds of wrong things are experiencing the bad results. They will be killed by someone very soon, and also they will be arrested by the government or administrations. So they will put into the jail. So there are many cases, though they have done wrong things, and though they have earned lots of money, they are not happy. While they are doing, they will get happy sometimes, but at the end of their life, they suffer much. Anavajja sukha is very important thing to the modern society. People who are engaged in wrong activities, wrong business, are experiencing bad results. So we have to follow the righteous way. In the righteous way, we have to earn money. Buddha said, Maha bala parichitehi seda vakkitehi dhammikehi dhammaladdehi. So using their own hands and setting, farming, working hard, you can earn money. That money, that wealth is valuable. He no need to repent on that. He can get happiness earning in such a manner. So the righteous livelihood is appreciated by the Buddha.
Okay, very wonderful. Now we have come to the very important area of our talk, our discussion. Daily happiness. Now we talk about 4 types of happiness. How can a lay person prepare these 4 types of happinesses into the daily life? I think we have to discuss other teachings too, like mindfulness, compassion, Brahma Viharas. I think you have a lot to share probably. So can you share with us how to bring these 4 types of happinesses which the Buddha taught day people and other teachings which the Buddha said in elsewhere in other suttas into the day? A lot of people, they know these happinesses, sometimes they don't know how to bring them into the day from morning till the evening.
Yeah, Bhante, people are working for the happiness. They do jobs, they earn money, they do various kinds of activities seeking happiness. But we see some people are not happy. As you asked, how we can gain the daily happiness? We have to think about the both ways, worldly happiness and spiritual happiness. If we don't have spirituality, we are paralyzed. One side is not working. So we have to live with property, we have to consume those things, we have to enjoy earning and consuming, we can get happiness. It is called worldly happiness. So while we are doing that way, we have to turn our mind into the spirituality also. Practicing loving kindness, meditation, developing the mindfulness, and also doing religious rituals. You think offering flowers to the Buddha, worshipping to the Buddha is producing spiritual happiness, and meditating few minutes, it is producing the spiritual happiness. So if the lay people practice these both sides, they will get the happiness. If someone needs to go for the complete spiritual happiness, they can go ahead. They can detach from the householding activities. They can do what is called great renunciation. They can do the renunciation. They can become a monk or upasika who is practicing complete spirituality. So in day-to-day life, the lay people should practice both ways, worldly happiness and also spiritual happiness. If they practice in that way, at the end of life, when they look back, they are so happy. I have accumulated lots of merits. The worldly things are given up when we die. At that time, only one thing is there with them, that is the spiritual happiness. They will not repent at the death, nearby the death. They are so happy, they go ahead, they move ahead with that happiness. That is why we recommend to the lay people, you have to follow the both ways, spiritual happiness and the worldly happiness.
Do you think happiness sometimes comes from very simple things? Now, say for instance, if you look at a lay person in their house, they are living with their loved ones. So their happiness is always changing depending on the emotions, depending on the things happening within them. Right? So there are many things that can affect, let's say, poor communication. Let's say one is a very good person doing good karma, practicing meditation, but the other one doesn't listen to the other person, doesn't want to give a chance to talk. There's no communication, no patience, no kindness in that household. So how to bring even these very important teachings, secular happiness or spiritual happiness, into a household where there are difficult people, challenging people?
Yes, Bhante, when we think about the expression of the Buddha, na kahapana vassena tittikamesu vijjati. There are some people, they are not happy though they have got shower of golden coins. And also, uno loko atitto loko tanha daso. This world is always incomplete. Una. They are always saying, I don't have this thing, don't have this thing. Atitto, they are not happy. They are the slaves of the cravings. Tanha daso. Tanha daso. So the happiness is different each other. I get happy from another thing. You get happy from another thing. The same thing will not be produced happiness to both sometimes. Husband is getting happiness from another thing. Wife is getting happiness from another thing. So if the wife don't do whatever cause for the happiness of the husband, there will not be happiness. So the will of both persons are different. Nanatta kaya, nanatta sanya. Different by bodies, different by the views. Thoughts are different. So the happiness must be there within oneself. He must understand the happiness is with my mind. If I can't prepare my mind for the happiness, I will never happy. So we have to prepare our mind for the happiness. Though they have very simple thing, they are so happy. But some people are there, though they have lots of things, they are not happy. That is the real condition of the society.
Very interesting. Bhante, we have come to the conclusion. Can you conclude our discussion? What are the highlights and what should lay people do in terms of being happy in their daily life from Buddhism, which we just talked about?
Actually, according to the Buddhism, we have to work hard for the happiness. As mentioned in Vagapajya Sutta, Utthana Sampada, Arakka Sampada, Kalyana Mittata, Samajivakata. We have to work hard. Don't be lazy. We see many people are not working well. They don't like to work. Just they want to earn money without doing anything. Sitting in the house or staying in the house or sitting on a chair. They try to earn money, but it is difficult. We have to move ahead. We have to work hard. There are some children in the houses, they don't work well. So they don't study, they don't find a good job, they don't think about their future. So if they don't work on their progress, they can't get the success. So we have to work hard. And another thing is we have to protect the thing whatever we earn. We have to protect them. We should not spend in unnecessary way. And also Kalyana Mittata, we should associate good friends. So if we associate bad friends, they are always destroying our money. They invite us to go to the pubs and bars and restaurants and to do lots of bad activities. So Samajivikata, we have to get a balanced life. Samajivikata, seeing the income and the expenditure, we have to manage our lifestyle. Then we can become a very happy, healthy and wealthy person.
That's a very good summary and a conclusion. Dhamma friends, with that note, we are going to conclude today's discussion. Join with me was Professor Lenegala Sirinivasa, a professor at Buddhist and Pali University of Sri Lanka. And we've been discussing about how to create daily happiness. Sometimes happiness is costly, we have to create. It doesn't come automatically, as you said. So thank you, Bhante Sirinivasa, for joining this, and very happy to have you interview. Now I would like to invite our Honorary Secretary, Brother Tilak Leslie, to give a short speech about this. He's with us.
Thank you, Bhante. I think this is a very relevant topic for the contemporary living, especially for lay people, this idea of happiness and how we perceive it. I think, as you mentioned, Bhante, there's two sides, the material happiness and the spiritual happiness, how to draw the fine line, and how do we cross on either side of the fence. And I think it's useful knowledge for lay people to be able to practice the middle path, and also not to go into extremes. One point I think you brought up, Bhante, was about use of the credit card. I think the use of the credit card is only you have to use it as a platform to make a payment, because they give you a certain credit number of days that you can pay back. The problem is most lay people is they do not pay back on time. So that's when the credit amount keeps accumulating, and then they go into suffer with interest, then that's when they suffer. So if you use the credit card or any credit line within the given time and you pay it back, then you don't have a problem. So you're right, Bhante. So in the modern context, I think we need to be smart in using the facilities that are available and not abuse it. So with that, I'd like to thank Bhante, Professor Chandima, as well as our speaker today, Bhante, Professor Lenegala Sirinivasa, for spending this afternoon, this fruitful afternoon, and I hope this video will be of benefit to all of you, and we look forward to more dialogue sessions like this to be conducted in the near future. Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you very much.